Hey everybody, Paul Cram here. I have a few more questions from users that have been sent in, so I was going to go ahead and answer them. First question is, how often do you brush your teeth? I hope my dentist is not watching this. I don't brush my teeth as often as I should. And I usually brush my teeth once a day. And if I'm going to be going to the dentist or the month or two after going to the dentist, I usually brush them twice a day. And yeah, I'm kind of or the other time that I brush them is if I'm going to be doing like a movie scene where I'm going to be close to somebody, I'll brush my teeth quite often, throughout the day. As well as scarf down breath mints and stuff. So yeah, I generally brush my teeth one time a day, and I definitely should improve that to at least twice a day, if not 3 times. So decisions that you like to put off. I can be really indecisive sometimes. It depends on my mood a little bit. The decisions that I like to put off are probably mostly scheduling something out on my calendar. Myself being an actor, I like to keep my schedule really open. And a lot of that has to do with just because auditions constantly like pop up at, the day before, every now and then the day of. And I can't blame it all on the acting stuff. I know that plays a part of it. But I think for my personality type too, I like to be really spur of the moment. Call people and say, hey, let's go out right now. As opposed to planning things out weeks in advance, which, can be good, but yeah, usually I don't plan things out that far in advance. So there's that. What's something you are subjected to that you don't think you deserve to be subjected to? That is so easy. Spam emails. I don't think that I deserve to get spam. I don't think that anybody does. Favorite type of dog? Oh, dogs are so... what's the word I'm looking for? Dogs are so... there's some really cute dogs out there. I'm going to go with my favorite type of dog being a French bulldog, because I came across a couple of them recently when I was working on a movie in Maine, and they were adorable. They reminded me of the like Betty Boop's little dog, cartoon dog, and they were so cute. So that would definitely be on my list. And I love greyhounds. I think greyhounds are just majestic and cool looking. So I guess that's two. That's two favorite types of dogs. So favorite type of cat. And if anything was possible, because house cats are so adorable. I think I would choose a bobcat. As a little friend. Yeah, a little bobcat would be pretty cute. So I would go with bobcat. Bobcat. Or hiss or meow. Wow, there's tons of favorite questions. Your favorite dinosaur? I don't know dinosaurs as well as I should. I know, there's brontosauruses, Tyrannosaurus Rex, and all of the, really typical dinosaurs that you hear about. My personal favorite kind of dinosaur, I actually think that I'd have to go with a pterodactyl, because I think it's pretty sweet that there's a dinosaur that could fly. So yeah, I would say pterodactyl. So specification of your dream house. Gosh, my dream house would really need to have... What would my dream house need to have in it? It would have to have a really nice bathroom with a big huge tub and like shower, and what house doesn't have some of that stuff? But yeah, a dream house would have to have like a really luxurious like bathroom space, like very spacious, and I'd love to have one of those showers that it's like a waterfall that you're standing under, those shower heads like that. That would be cool. I also would need to have like a bedroom that is... I'd love it if the bedroom like overlooked... I saw one time in a magazine that there was like a cabin, and the bedroom was like... The room was just really sparse, and in one wall, the entire wall was a window overlooking a lake. And I was like, gosh, that would be just amazing to have your bed facing out, because when you turned off the lights at night, you could see like just the lake and just beautiful. So that would be amazing. So, and it could overlook a body of water. It doesn't have to be a lake. It could be the ocean, either or. Um, and then the other specification, so it would have to have a really nice bathroom, a really cool view from the bedroom, I guess. Um, and I'd love it if it had a really spacious kitchen. And I really dig in kitchens when they have like an island, in the middle of the kitchen with like, sink and like countertop and maybe some chairs and like huge like counter area to do cutting and cooking. I think cooking is so social, and you spend so much time in the kitchen, that it could just be a very celebratory party kind of atmosphere a lot. So yeah, I'd want a kitchen that had, an island in the middle, well lit, and all that kind of stuff. And yeah. Yeah, that would be requirements for a dream house of mine. Trying to think what else I would want. um I don't know, those are the things that stand out to me. What would be a good reason to move in with someone? Well, the first things that come to mind, good reasons to move in with somebody would be if you're married, you could move in. Another good reason to find somebody to move in with is if you're homeless. I don't know, is if you're an extrovert and you love to be around people and you need to have somebody around all the time. That'd be another good reason. Um, yeah, I don't know. Hopefully those are good reasons. I don't know. Tell me some of yours. Talk about the day you left home. Okay, I can talk about the day I left home. The day that I left home is, it's not really like a warm fuzzy. It's actually the day that I left home would have been more. There was just a lot going on in life for me and for my entire family and extended family. There was a lot going on. I was definitely at the age where, moving out would have been absolutely fine and great. Yeah, yeah. I feel a little apprehensive all of a sudden now. I'm like, gosh, how transparent do I want to be? My moving out of home was really bumpy. There was a lot of friction involved with parents. Basically, I was. And I understand the reasoning now. At the time, it was just a bit traumatic, I guess. Traumatic is probably the best word for it. When I left home, I was basically kicked out. And there was a lot of, like I said, there was just a lot of trauma going on, not just within that moment of me leaving home, but just a lot of stuff that had happened to the family and to me and to everybody involved. So I was definitely not the only one that was having a rough time with life. Everybody was in my family at the time. And me leaving home, in retrospect, was probably one of the best things that happened during that time, because it kind of removed me from a lot of the tornado that was happening with the trauma and just with everything crazy that was going on. But it was not fun to exist in that, and it wasn't fun to go through. But I definitely feel like I grew a lot from it. Um, yeah, I mean, basically, what I did is, I was ordered to leave home or told to leave home, and because it was actually a very quick thing. Same within a few hours, I had, actually, it wasn't even a few hours. It was really fast that I had to leave. So, I had the clothes on my back to start out with, and then I did wind up going back home a few days later just to get some of my stuff, and it turned into one of those things where it was like, I got some of my stuff, and then I wound up, basically going back and getting all of my things, bed and clothes and just everything. Yeah, yeah. Fortunately, now things are better, with family relations and stuff like that. So, between myself and parental figures, the thing I do appreciate about family is that, when in that situation, I actually had other siblings that I could go to during that time of being kind of kicked out of the house. Um, yeah, yeah. So I would highly suggest if anybody finds themselves in that situation when you are, a teenager or, just not really even sure where you're at, even if you're an adult, there's so many good places that you can go to get help and assistance and housing. And there's a lot of, I mean, I think the thing that I would, if I had nobody, if I would have found myself in that situation of being kicked out of my house, um, which I was, but I had people that I could turn to right away, that were in my phone. But had I been kicked out and not had anybody to turn to, I think that probably the smartest thing to do would be to call, you know, any kind of local. You can look up shelters, if you're in a city. Call local shelters, local churches, local um, even the police department or fire department, any of those places should be able to, help you get connected with, or at least start to connect the dots on like, oh gosh, where can I go at least for tonight, kind of a thing. So I was fortunate that I didn't find myself without a place to go. Um, yeah, yeah. So if and comment, leave comments too if anybody else has ideas on where people would go if they, if they found themselves um, out on the street. So yeah, all right. Yeah. Anyways, that was a little bit of a darker story, but hopefully, yeah, it shed some light on that question. Thanks for asking, and I'll be in touch. All right. Thanks, everybody. Bye.